Hey, you guys. It's like nighttime and I'm exhausted. Um, I'm in my nightgown. I'm ready for bed, but I wanted to go ahead and just do this video because um, there's just been so much going on and so much transformation that I just want to share. And so it's been like ages since I've done a video, and probably over a year. So my bad, y'all. But anyway, I am now a quarter six medical student at N.M.D, and we just got done with our version of like midterms, which unfortunately are like closer to the end of the quarter because it's like week 6 and 7 instead of like week 4 or 5, maybe 6. That's actually the middle. But anyway, so we had 8 exams last week, including a female practical on Saturday. And then we had 2 exams on Monday. And then we had another practical today for neuro. So it's just been super crazy. But in this process, I have been also on this like mission to find self love. And I know I'm always talking about self love because I just think it's so important to so many different things. And I basically, there are like a couple of topics that are like, I don't know, like blaring in my mind right now. And so basically, I was dating someone, and there came a moment in which I was like yearning for them, like yearning to feel loved, yearning to have someone hold me and make me feel love. And in that moment, I was like, dang, it really sucks to like yearn for something and to want it so desperately and not just be able to freely have it. And in that moment, I was kind of like, I need to find the love that I have for myself so that I never have to feel like a yearning and a desperation for love from anyone or anywhere, because I'll always have it. And that was really impactful for me. So, like, I was on a mission. Like, I am desperate to feel love and I'm gonna give it to myself. I'm gonna figure it out. And so I really did try all these different things. Like, I've already spent years, you know, like trying to do all these different things, reading all these different books, watching all these different videos, and it just wasn't resonating with me. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm doing these positive affirmations, but it wasn't sinking in. It wasn't like something that I felt. You know what I mean? Like, it felt like I'm lying to myself. And everybody's like, oh, that's fine. You're going to feel that way at first. Just keep lying to yourself. Eventually, you'll lie to yourself so much that you'll believe it. And I've done that for years, and I'll be honest, and it just never soaked in that way. And so, then, like, someone told me, like, you are at a point where your life is going to change because you are working so hard. You are dedicated to this mission, and you're going to come into your divine feminine energy. You're going to come into your like queen goddess energy, and you're going to come into your warrior woman as well, which you've already been a warrior woman, so you know all about that. And I was like, yes, like, yes, I accept that. Like, I receive that. And anyway, so in that, um, I realized, like, okay, I'm coming close. I'm fighting for it. I'm like, all right, it's coming, it's coming. And I was just so desperate. I'm like, I'm just glad that it's around the corner. I'm glad that other people are able to tell me that it's around the corner, because I was, like you fight for something and you want something so badly. Sometimes you're like, is it coming? Am I going to get it? Anyway, so then someone tells me, like, you don't deserve second best. And I was like, I don't deserve second best. It's the first time that someone has said that to me and it actually meant something. Like, people say all these kinds of statements all the time, and it just, like bounces off of me. It's like I got goose feathers and they drip trickling water on me. It just rolls right off. And so, um, this was the first time that someone said it, and I was like, oh my God, you're so right. I don't deserve second best. Oh my God. And then in that moment, I was like, not only do I not deserve second best, but if I don't want what I've always had, then I need to do something different. And I learned, and I think I've done a video on this before, that part of self love is creating boundaries, right? And because I'm in naturopathic medical school, I'm a giver. That is like part of my energy, part of my spirit. And um, that's just what I do. That's what I've always done. That's what I've been taught to do. But the thing about it is that people in this world will see how much you give and how much you're willing to give, and they'll be like, oh, she's gonna do it, she's gonna give to me, I ain't even gotta. And it's almost like they take advantage of it, right? And so that goes for friendships, family ships, relationships, like, romantic relationships or whatever, like all the ships. And so here I am, and I'm like dating again, and not again, but again, I was dating. And so I'm like, I don't deserve second best. And not to say that this person was trying to give me second best or anything like that, but at the same time, I was just resonating with it, and I was just like, at first when I was like talking about setting boundaries, I was like, I've never set a boundary. I don't even know how to do that, or what kind of boundaries to set. How do you know what kind of boundaries to set? When do you set them, and how do you set them? And anyway, all these questions. And so I was like, I just don't know. So I didn't set one until like that idea of you don't deserve second best. And so then what came to me was like, you need to set a boundary because you give out your energy and people don't reciprocate it. And in like my marriage and in other family ships, I have given, and I pour my cup out. This is my analogy, y'all. I pour my cup out and I give it to you because I'm a giver. I give people what I have. And even my mom used to yell at me about this when I was a kid. Like people would be like, oh, I need a dress. I'd be like, oh, I have a dress at home. I'm going to give it to you, right? Like, that's just how I am and how I've always been. And my mom's like, that's your dress. Like, what you doing, right? So, anyway, so here I am. I have a cup. You have a cup. And I pour my cup out to you to make sure that your cup is full. Energetically speaking, right? Like, I am energetically pouring into you to like feed your spirit and to feed your energy. And what happens is in the relationships that I've been in, like, the people don't pour back, And so the thing about reciprocity is that I can give to you and you can give to me, and then we both are never empty, right? Like, that's how it should be. But if I keep giving to you and I keep giving to you and I keep giving to you and you never give back, at some point my cup's going to be empty and I'm going to be depleted. And so with this thought of I don't deserve second best also came the thought of I can't deplete myself for anybody. And I think that was really powerful and really significant for me, especially me, because I have depleted myself over and over and over again in all these different ships, right? And then I'm empty, and then it's like I don't have anything left. I don't, and I feel like empty. I feel empty. I don't have anything left to give you, and I don't have anything left for myself, and there's nothing. Like, I'm parched now, and it takes me time to like regain my energy and recenter myself and get to a place where I have water again. Like, I gotta dig deep and find a well within myself to refill myself. And then I do the same thing and I go and give all my water away, you know? And so I was like, I will not, my boundary now is I will not deplete myself for anyone. And this is the first boundary I've ever made. And I'm proud of myself, y'all. I really am. Like, it's such a big deal for me. I will not deplete myself for anyone. And so if I'm giving you energy and I'm pouring my cup out to you and you're not going to pour back, it's a done deal. Like, I won't do that again. And I'm not saying this in a really cocky way. I don't mean to be cocky. I don't mean to like sound, I don't know, narcissistic. I don't know what this might come off as, but like I've always had low self-esteem, and so I always felt like I had to work and earn people's love and affection because that's just how, like, that was just my environment. That was just how I grew up, and that's just how it was. And so that was ingrained in part of my mindset. But now I'm like, no. Like, I refuse that. Like, I reject that. You know, like, I deserve dot dot dot. I deserve to be loved without like just because I am. Just because I'm the bomb.com, because I'm a giver, because I have a beautiful heart, because I love strong, because I am caring, because I'm beautiful, because I'm intelligent, because I'm capable, because I like having me on your side, like I'm a encourager. I speak life into people. So having me by your side, you got someone who's going to speak life into you. Right? Like, regardless of like what level of friendship, blah 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 blah, whatever. Like, family ship or whatever. Like, this is part of who I am and what I do. And so I'm like, I have so much to give and so much to offer that if you're not going to reciprocate, like, and that was the thing. That's the crazy thing, is that I never like really thought about like I'm such a giver that I didn't spend time ever thinking about what it would be like to be on the receiving end of things. Like, I didn't think about receiving. And so I was just like, how do you know what people are supposed to even give you? And I'm still not 100% sure on that. I'm still figuring it out. But what I do know is that it, like, I want someone who's gonna like feed my spirit back, right? Like, make my soul feel good. Like, remind me of who I am. And so the problem though is that that's no one's job but my own. It just feels good when it does come from someone else. When someone you care about is like, girl, you the shit naive. You know, like, thank you. You noticed that? Awesome. You know? But really, like, that needs to come from me. So now I'm like, I'm trying to remember to do this on a daily basis, and I don't always remember. But like, in the mornings when I wake up, I used to do this back in my college days. Like, as soon as I realized the power of positive speaking, like, as opposed to negative, as soon as I learned the power of that, I used to send messages to my friends. Like, when I could, when I remembered or whatever, when I wasn't busy, like, conquer your day because you are strong, you are capable, you are intelligent, you are beautiful. You know, like all you have to do is think it, because I believe in the power of what is that called? It's not coming to me right now. But basically, like, if you think it, you believe it, you speak it, it can happen. still not coming to me. Magic something is like the book that came out. There was a book and there's a whole thing about it. Law of attraction. That's it. So the law of attraction, I believe in that like full heartedly. Just because, whether you're religious or whatever, like even the Bible talks about, he said it and it was done. And I just believe that, everything that we are, everything that surrounds us, the whole universe is energy. And so if you believe that, then you have to believe that your energetic vibration can affect the entire universe on some level. And so, like you are the master of your destiny. You speak it, you create it. You can create anything because you're powerful beyond measure and you don't even know it yet. So use your power and use it to your, advantage. Manifest anything that you want because you can, right? Like, anyway, so I used to send these kinds of messages to like all my like college girlfriends and blah 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 blah, and and I still do it to this day. Like this week I definitely did it for my friends, because we needed it. But but then I was like, I always do this for other people, but I never speak like that to myself. And so I was like, I'm going to start saying it to myself. And so I woke up in the morning, and usually I just like text my friends, but I was like saying it to myself, like, I am powerful beyond measure. I am the creator of my destiny. I can, like speak it and make it happen. And so I'm like, because I am worthy, I am deserving, like I am creative, I am intelligent, I am I am powerful beyond measure. I have so much to offer the world. And because of all the things that I am doing, that I'm manifesting, not to mention the fact that I have the power of the Most High behind me, because I am doing His will, I'm doing His work, and I'm not perfect, not even close to perfect, but like I'm working on serving Him and working on fulfilling a purpose in that, and working on healing myself so that I can be my best self, so that I can serve His people and the people that need me, the people whose lives I can change by the things that I've gone through and have experienced and have cried through and have, ooh, you know, because it's been a lot. And it finally occurred to me too that I have been through a lot, but you know, when you're helping people, your help becomes that much more valuable when you can relate and when you can say, I've been there and this is how I got through it. And so I I am so like honored to be able to record my self-love journey, because to go from a place where like I was crying because I'm like, I don't know if I'm ever going to love myself. I don't know if I'm ever going to feel that and know what that feels like. Like I wish I could, and I am trying all these different things and it's not working and I don't feel it. To go from there to I don't deserve second best. To go from that to I'm going to start setting boundaries, because only I can decide like how I'm going to be treated. Like I think I was coming from a place of expecting that other people will be good, that I would find someone who was willing to be so good that they would not take advantage of the fact that I was a giver. But I realized that instead of like going around searching for someone who's so good hearted that they wouldn't take advantage of it, it's like, no, people go as far as they can, and as far as you're willing to let them go. Like you have to set boundaries. You have to set the rules on how you get treated. Like people like almost like take their cues off of you. And so if you let them do any and everything and there's no consequence and there's no anything, and you keep letting it happen, then that's on you, right? Anyway, so that was one of the things um, that I like was thinking about tonight. I mean, oh my gosh, my brain is so scattered because I'm exhausted. One, two, there's just so many different epiphanies I'm having that is really hard for me to like verbalize them all right now. I should have like wrote something down and like been more organized, but whatever. Part of my personality. Maybe I'll do that next time. Um, but just coming to a place of like recognizing that I do deserve more. I deserve the best. I deserve to be loved. I deserve to like be shown that that you see value in me by reciprocation. And I think that's a that like that by itself, and the fact that not only am I thinking it, because I was thinking, starting to think this probably in the beginning of this year, like January, I was starting to think I think I deserve better than this. I think I do. And to go from there to, you know what, I know I deserve better than this, and in order to implement and make sure that I get better than this, I'm going to do something about this. I'm going to set down a rule. I'm going to set a boundary, and I refuse to settle for anything less. To be there is such a huge step, and don't get me wrong, I still have a long way to go. um but you got to start somewhere, and I think that's a huge deal for me. So I guess I just wanted to say that. And I have a lot more to say, but maybe I should say it when I'm not all scattered and crazy and in my nightgown and exhausted. Um, so I don't know who this helps or if it helps at all, but I hope it speaks to somebody. So just know that if you're struggling with self love, keep fighting to get it. Just keep fighting to get it, because no one can love you like you, because you know what you need. And so just remember that you are valuable, you are worthy, you are deserving, you are powerful beyond measure, you are amazing. You are a positive contribution to this world. You just need to find your purpose. You just need to find your place. You just need to find yourself, really, and fall in love with yourself, flaws and all. Like all these love songs that they write, like instead of like searching for something external and searching for love on the outside, searching for acceptance on the outside, like learn to love and accept yourself. Just start there. And I know, trust me, I get it, because I was just like, love myself. I want someone else to love me. And I was desperate for that, and I was searching for that. So I definitely get it. But it sucks to keep searching for something and feel like it's not coming. And what you can't control what other people give you, but you can control what you give yourself. And you can give yourself the best love. And I'll tell you what, it feels good. It feels so good to be on this journey right now. It feels so good to begin feeling like I'm giving myself more. And because I'm giving myself more, I'm holding other people to a higher standard, and I'm expecting them to give me more and to do me better and to treat me better. So it feels really good, y'all. And I really want that for every single one of y'all. So I don't know if you guys ever think about self love, talk about self love, and not in like some superficial way, like, oh, you know, I take bubble baths. That's self care. But like in a, I love me and I treat me good kind of way. because I know for me, I've done this where like I feel like I treat other people better than I treat myself on some levels. I realize now that that's not necessarily true. It's not necessarily true, and I can go into detail about that later, but like I go out of my way to make other people happy. Like I go out of my way to make sure you feel good and that your spirit is fed. And I don't even do that for myself. So, no. Like whatever energy you do have, give it to yourself and see how that goes for you. When you like go out of your way to make someone else feel good and you date and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do this for them, I'm gonna do that for them, which, whatever, all of you may not be like that, they may not be your experience, but if it is, turn that inward. Because I remember being like, man, I do so much for the people that I date and so much for the people that I really care about, and I never do those things for myself. Like I don't even buy myself stuff, but I'll spend mad money on someone that I have a crush on, for instance, just cuz I want you to have it. Whatever it is you want, I want you to have it. But I don't think that way for myself. I'll be like, "Ooh, I want that. Ain't spending it." Right? It's just such the little things. And so now I'm like, "No, I'm going to buy myself things. I deserve it." And not to just be on like a money spending thing, but just as a way of like, how can I take care of you? Because no one else has really gone out of their way to take care of you before. So this is new to me to be on the receiving end of it, and it's even newer for me to be the person giving and receiving at the same time. Like I'm a good giver and I know that about myself. That is a skill set I have, right? But I've never given that to myself. So I know other people have experienced what it's like to be on the receiving end of me, but I don't. And so I'm learning how to do that, and it feels really good, you guys. So like I said, I really want all of you to experience what that is. If you haven't started your self-love journey, start. If you are, keep going. Push through. And I'm not even there yet. I'm not. But the process is beautiful, and I'm getting close and I can feel it, and I can't wait to get there. So, I want the same thing for you guys. Um, anyway, so I hope, like I said, that this impacts someone and encourages someone to like keep pushing through or to start this journey. Or if you've been on it and for a long time, sometimes you forget to check in. Check in with yourself. Because again, you guys are amazing. We are each, all of us, amazing in our own way. And no one can be you but you. No one can be better at being you than you. And each of you have a gift that you were brought into this world to share. And in order to share it and like fulfill your purpose in this life, there has to be a certain level of like self mastery, um, and discovery and healing that has to happen. So be the best you that you can be and help the world out by being you. All right, you guys, I'm exhausted. So thank you again for listening. Good night.